Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the bad lighting. We are in my little pantry in the basement. But I'm sure you guys have heard about the pantry challenge going on. And if you have not, the pantry challenge is basically you use what is in your pantry only, and you don't go to the grocery store for either 1 or 2 months, however long you choose to do it for. I am going to do that with a twist. I am going to try to use up the food that I have in my pantry, but I am still going to go to the grocery stores. I do not have a large property where I can grow tons and tons of vegetables and stuff, so I kind of have no choice but to still go. Plus, I do not want to miss out on any sales. But anyways, yeah, so we are going to I'll just kind of show you around my pantry. This is just a small room that we have in our basement. It's actually our electrical room. But anyways, it's 6.5 by 7 foot. So I just actually turned this into a pantry. I think probably a year and a half ago, I guess. Running out of spaces to put it. So then I just decided to make this. We originally had our stand-up freezer in here, but we have since moved it. But anyways, yeah, I'll just kind of show you a little bit what's in here. The metal rack here at the top, I just have some, tins for when you want to bake. This is all pickling items. We've got dressings, we've got spaghetti sauce from the store, pickles, a few this and that, a bunch of canned goods, tomatoes. Actually, the tomatoes I actually have gone through and I've taken out already, making lots and lots of chili. I've already taken out the older ones. And then I've recently bought a lot of soups that you can just open the can and eat. So my husband and son really love that, especially for work and stuff when you're in construction. So they can just take a can opener and just eat it out of the can. So trying to keep up with that. We got soups, peanut butter, bottom shelf. We got gravies, some beans. This is all canned fruit, a couple canned vegetables. Very bottom there. This pile is all homemade salsa. This is pizza sauce and a few bottles of pop and stuff like that. Then over here, we have this little cabinet. This cabinet, I have dehydrated a lot of different things. Some things I wasn't sure of. And I just tried it, like peppers and stuff. And I haven't actually used it. It was more, I was thinking for future things. Some people have said, oh, I use it for this, just throw in soups. And so I'm like, oh, what a great idea. So I've done it and haven't actually used it yet. So I do have to do that for sure. And then like this one here is dehydrated beets. So powdered. So that stuff definitely I want to work on. Down here, this is mainly just a lot of spices. Sorry, I'll move back because that's no light. And under here is a lot of jarred, more pizza sauce and homemade tomato soup for my son that's gluten intolerant. So I make it for there. And then we have these two cabinets. So they're really just old bookshelves, but they're very sturdy enough to hold these. So we got jarred potatoes, a couple of French fries. Thought I'd try jarring French fries. We've got some hamburger with carrots in there, just hamburger soup. We've got some jams. This is all different kinds of beans. This is store-bought jam, beans, fruit. There's really no rhyme or reason to this kind of shelf yet. I need to totally reorganize dust. Yeah, you'll see some dust as we go lower. Yeah, so we have some, what is in here actually? Beans. That's more beans. So this shelf has a little bit of meat. I have, this is just jarred pork in like wine sauce. We have some beets here. This is pork that I did. That's from last year. My son loves to, he loves to fry scrambled eggs, and he loves to throw in ground sausage or whatever. So I just kind of jarred some of them up so that he could just kind of throw them in, and he doesn't have to worry about having to cook it. So it's kind of a faster process. So there, and I have some turkey we did. There's one more jar. Is that vegetable soup? Oh, it's pork stew. Okay, forgot about that one. That's more turkey, pork sausage. This is just ham. Flavored ham in ham broth. That one actually I haven't really opened to try it, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to turn out. Just some beans still in their bag that I have to can. Yeah, just that kind of stuff. The whole bottom row here is peaches. And then hamburger soup, which is amazing, by the way. Okay, so at the top there, I must have 10 bottles of olive oil. When they're on sale, I buy like 5 or 6 of them at a time because they're getting so expensive. So I can save, you know, $4 or $5 a bottle. I'm gonna spend it all at once to do that. And then this year, something new, I tried pickling green tomatoes, and that actually turned out really good. And then beside there is some apple juice, some all sorts of stuff. Chicken soup. I did chicken soup in a canned, and all sorts of stuff here. This is very, very useful. I love this. It's chicken. Chicken and chicken broth. It's great. Okay, let's put you there. So I have boxes of these. My husband and son like to take these for work, right? Just something quick to open because they're outside all the time. So it's easier just to do stuff like this, and then they'll take like buns or something. So we have lots of that. Same thing with these canned flavored tunas. I always buy these, and when they're on sale, I will buy a box of them at a time. So I always have to have stuff like that on the shelf. And then this is just boxes of cakes and tortillas and some puddings and stuff over there, which I got to find a better spot because I could use this shelf for heavier items. And some canned chicken and some jarred apples. I had tried a few recipes last year of where these were the heart. You know, the candy hearts that you have for Valentine's Day, you put them in and they're supposed to have like a spicy cinnamon flavor. Well, the recipe itself is fantastic. I loved it. But once I jarred it, it lost its flavor and it wasn't as good. So I probably won't make that one again, but I still have to use up what I do have. And I canned some applesauce. I haven't actually tried the applesauce once I canned it. I usually just make it and eat it fresh or put it in the fridge or freezer. But I haven't actually tried it when I've actually canned it. So we'll see how that goes because I think I'm going to just use these in baked goods. So we'll see how that is. I will bring you along. And then just a lot of canned goods. So what I did was I started probably, I'm going to say 3 years ago, I started stocking up on a lot of canned goods, things that you could just open and eat if you had no choice. So the reason I guess for this is more if you lost power, there's certain areas that will lose power for days on end. So that we are not one of them, but I thought you never know, right? So I had started stocking up on things like this. And at first I wasn't very smart with it. I didn't think, hey, let's, buy one of each and test it and see what we like. I know I bought like 6 or 7 of everything and just thinking I'm being all smart and stocking up, right? And so proud of myself too. Anyway, so I get home. I do actually like this. Surprisingly enough, this is holiday luncheon meat. And this is not expensive to purchase at all. But again, when it's on sale, I do tend to stock up. It depends on how good the sale is, but I usually buy at least 6 of whatever the sale item is. Anyway, so I have quite a bit of this. This one is good. Let me see. What is the date on this? Okay, so this was Best Buy December 23rd. So I'm going to have to start, like, I'm not even worried about it being past its expiry date at all. If it was 2-3 years, I might be a little iffy, but yeah, everything that I have should be within a year of its expiry date if it's passed already. But anyways, I also bought Spam, which I actually don't particularly love Spam. I've tried corned beef. It's not my favorite, but I was actually talking to my mom because I had fried it. And my mom said it tastes better if you just eat it right out of the can, like slice it, sandwich, whatever. So, okay, that I haven't tried, so I will try that. And then I have a lot of mushrooms. Like I have probably, I'm going to say 2 or 3 cases of mushrooms. We use mushrooms all the time in our recipes. And there was a time for, I'm going to say about 2-3 months, there was 0 mushrooms in our grocery store, right? It was during, the pandemic time and there were shortages and stuff. So when they did come out, the first thing I did was grab a case because it was like I missed it so much. So now I've, I have to have lots of it now, just going through that once and your favorite items. And then I have a ton of mushroom soup as well. This is one item. So these the prices have jumped up. So these are Campbell's mushroom soup. So I use these in recipes. Also, we'll just have it for lunch with some crackers in the soup and stuff like this. So we go in spurts where we'll have it 2-3 times a week and then we won't have it for months. But yeah, so when they come on sale and they're less than $1 each, I will grab like a 24 case of them. And I have done that a few times and I actually checked and I think I have like 4 cases. So yeah, we're good for a while on mushroom soup. And then I just, like I'm a total person, I have to buy everything on sale. At the bottom here, I'll show you. Okay, so we have tons of Gatorade. Like I said, again, my husband and son are in construction, so they need to keep up with their electrolytes. And this is definitely something that they use a lot of. So I have quite a few of these. And then those get expensive at times. So sometimes I'll just buy, this is just like iced tea and stuff like that, right? And then I have a ton of coffee. This is our go-to Maxwell House coffee. These can be, in some stores, they're like $17.99 when they're not on sale. Some they're $12.99. So I wait till they're $8.99 and then I will buy, like, depending on how low in stock I am, I tend to have like 8 or so of these at a time. But yeah, I'll always buy at least 2 when they're on sale. Well, most of the time. Okay, so this is one other area in my house that I kind of have pantry stock items. We don't have a huge house, so it's like you kind of have to put it where you have room. So I had moved this old cabinet into a storage one. We have Ziploc bags. I have lots of Ziploc bags, large, whatever. When they are a really good sale, I will buy a couple of them just to keep stocked. And I reuse my Ziploc bags too, just to save on all the waste. Anyway, so I have a lot of, let's see here, open that. The jar lids, salt, the Cerdo. I probably actually have way too much Cerdo. Salt. This is actually my son's also gluten-free pasta section. So this whole shelf is gluten-free spaghetti, any kind of pasta, lasagna, noodles, stuff like that. And then our bottom shelf is, you can't really see from there, our bottom shelf is completely just ketchups because we go through ketchup a lot. So again, I only buy it when it's on sale. So if it's not on sale, it's not coming into the house. So as you can tell why though, because I always have a ton. So that, and then I also stock up on coffee filters, because there's lots and lots of purposes for coffee filters, Band-Aids, some cough syrup, some Tylenol, just that kind of stuff. I always like to keep a little ahead, not too much ahead, because the liquids lose their potency after a long time. But if you get like the pill form, they last a little bit longer. So anyways, that is that cabinet. That's not food. So over here, I have got some crackers, macaroni and cheese. Above there, I've got some gluten-free crackers for my son. Where I have some more here. These ones here are all gluten-free as well. And then I bought a really large container of gluten-free all-purpose flour, and then I'll just keep a couple in a glass jar like this for easy access. And yeah, so most of this is actually gluten-free flours. What else? And oats as well. So that's pretty much that. So down here, these are all of the different salsas that I have made throughout the summer. I tried a few different salsas just to see which kind we would like. And my goal last year was to make 80 jars of salsa, because we go through that a lot. So I was thinking about doing spaghetti sauce, but then I was looking at the prices. This is how my brain works. I was looking at the prices at the store, and here in Canada, Ontario, spaghetti sauce is usually a little over $2 a jar when it's not on sale. And salsa, which we also go through a ton of, is, what are we talking? Like $6 a jar. So I figured I stock up on the spaghetti sauce while they're on sale. So I probably have, because I have a stock upstairs too, I probably have at least 15 to 20 spaghetti sauces at all times, because our family, the size, I have to do regular and gluten-free. So I have to separate. At every meal we use spaghetti sauce, we always have to use at least 3 jars, sometimes up to 5. So we do go through that a lot. And salsa, we use probably 3 jars a week when I make a specific recipe, which I try to make it once a week because everyone loves it. So that's why I have so many of them. I did make 80 jars, like I said. Okay, so like I said, I stock up on things when they're on sale. So I was running out of space. So then I have, my freezer, as you can see, I would buy, and the ham is really good, by the way. I really like the ham out of here. So that's one we will definitely keep stocking up on. But I have enough for now. And I there for a while, I was dating them. Did I date them? Yes. So I would just put 08/25. So it's good till, August of 25. And that way it's also easy. So when you're looking through your cans and stuff, that you could just go, oh, I need to use this one first. So yeah, so that's kind of what this is. It's not the neatest. I definitely need to reorganize, because I kind of, you get busy sometimes, like certain times of the year, like gardening season and stuff, you're so busy that you don't have time to worry about this. So you just grab, throw, and you will worry about it another time. And sometimes that other time is years later. Like right now, it's probably been a couple of years since I've even looked through here. So that is one thing that I definitely want to work on: organizing, dusting it, figuring out a better way to do it. I find when I first start, when I first started canning, it was, where do you put everything? Where is good and convenient and it's not in the way? And so I will build a shelf and I'll put it somewhere. And then later, as you're adding to it, you add another shelf. It doesn't always work out the same way. So I'm kind of at that point right now where I need to rethink what works best. So I know it's kind of messy in some areas, and that is one of my goals, is to work on that. But I figured what better time than now, when we're going to try to do the pantry challenge of using up our old stuff, learning some new recipes to use them in. I think that was also part of the problem, is that at the time I thought it was great to, take a certain, say, vegetable and can it, or dehydrate it, and you would add it into stuff, and you do it at the time without really knowing how you're going to use it and stuff. So I've definitely done a lot. Like, I have behind the camera, I have probably about 15 to 20 jars of canned carrots. But what I had done was I had canned them in just plain water, and I just thought, oh, it's great, just dump it in the steamer. But it really didn't taste very good like that. So now I have all those jars, and they're coming up to expiry date. So I did find one recipe, carrot cake, that I'm going to use them in, but I'm going to have to find a few others, because we can't have carrot cake all the time, right? As wonderful as that would be, that's not what can happen. Anyhow, and I did the same thing with butternut squash. So that one I still haven't looked into recipes, but that's on the to-do list as well. So anyways, I just thought I would share this with you. Sorry it's messy, but that's real life. And that's kind of where I am at right now, but I will work through that hopefully over the next few months. And I will bring you guys along for some of the recipes that I find and we will use. And you know what I just thought of? These are old shoe. Just to let you know what I'm using. I don't go out and buy brand new shelves for everything that I need. I did buy brand new metal shelves for all of my canning, because they do need to be on sturdy, like that can hold a lot of weight, because they are heavy when you have a whole lot of them. So this was just a shoe shelf, right? Like, or little cubby holes. No, this one wasn't the shoe one. This was little cubby holes that when my kids were little, it would be where they would put their toys. You'd buy those baskets and you just put them in there. It was so handy. So it was still in really good condition. So I thought this would be great. And each one holds, it holds 9 jars of salsa. So all behind the box and everything is salsa and stuff. So, and then these ones up here, they're just 2. So there's nothing in between them, but this one here, this one stacks on top of this one here. So I just kind of had all of these little cabinets laying around the house and not being used, so I was just repurposing them. So like, and this was just like a cheap shelf I think I got used at a yard sale or something, and yeah, I think it was in my garage for a little bit, and then I brought it in the house. So anyways, just little tidbits to share. So today I am going to make a turkey soup. I had found in my freezer leftover turkey from Christmas, so I thought I would use that. Went to grab some broth, and I found some broth that was from October of 22. So I grabbed that and another one. And then I also, from earlier this week, I had a ton of leftover rice. So I thought I will just throw this stuff together, add some vegetables in it, and use up some of the stuff that I have around the house, the broth and the turkey. I also cut up some carrots. So I'm going to throw some carrots in there. And I have some green beans as well, but those I'm going to wait and put in maybe the last 10 minutes. So we will, oh, I have to cut up this turkey a little. Oh, I didn't chop that up enough, so I will add the broth. And if I need any more liquid after I have everything in, it'll just be water from there. Okay, so not 100% how much rice I'm going to use. Definitely not all of this. Made way too much one night. Alright, clumps. Okay. Okay, so I got up all the turkey cut up smaller pieces, using up an onion we had left over in the fridge. And we are gonna add in some salt, some pepper, some cayenne pepper. Whoops, okay, we'll try that. And some turmeric. There we go. Okay, we will let this heat through, cook for a good hour, and then I will test the flavoring and see if it needs any more spices. Okay, the soup is done. Looks really, really good. So I just put some in a bowl. I'm just going to try a little because it's still kind of hot. It's good. I didn't end up adding any water. It looked like it had enough fluid in it. The beans are really good. It's very good. Good way to use up leftovers. I like it. I think I'll wait a few minutes though. It's still pretty warm. So one of the other things I found in the pantry was a super large can of fruit. What is this? It's 2.84 liters. I have no idea why I thought I needed to buy a big one of these, but I did. Anyways, this one expired in August of 23, or was the best by date. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to serve it with whipped cream on it, like kind of as a dessert. So anyways, yeah, that'll be another thing that we use up this week. So I was making my kids a fruit shake, and I seen this large jar, and I thought, oh, I wonder if that would be good inside the fruit shake. So I opened it, and then I thought, oh, let's freeze some. So I have sandwich-sized bags, and I filled just 3 of them, and I put the juice in there so that the next few times I make some smoothies that I can add some of this fruit, and the rest we'll just have, like I said, with a little bowl with some whipped cream or something on it. So okay, so we are trying to use up some pantry items. So I have a bunch of vegetable broth, homemade vegetable broth that we're going to use up, and then I found a can of, what is this one, evaporated milk. It's already past expiry date, but I'm still going to use it. It still looks fine. And we are going to make some homemade leek soup today. So we're going to dump the vegetable broth in here. I have some water in here as well. Okay, I'm going to pour in the evaporated milk. I already pre-cut some carrots. This is about 2 large carrots. Cut up some potatoes. Oh boy. I'm making a mess there. Oh, got 2 small onions and 1 bunch of leeks. So this was three stalks of it. be a full pot here. It's okay, they will cook down. Okay, we will mix this in. And as it cooks down, I will add salt, pepper, and probably a little bit of cayenne pepper, and then I'll taste it to see what else it needs. So basically you're just gonna cook this over medium-high heat until everything is cooked through. And if you like it to be a cream soup, you can just blend it in a blender. And if you want chunks, and I think that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave it as a chunky soup. You just eat it as it is. Okay. So it is still early, it's like 9:30 in the morning. So I'm just going to put the lid on this and I'm going to sit it on our stove. So that way when I'm ready to start cooking dinner, I can just turn it on. I'm a morning person. I get up, I get all of my chores done, and then I can relax for the rest of the day if I can. And so I like to prepare dinner first thing in the morning, do whatever I can to prepare for it anyways. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to do. Here is the soup done. I had it on medium for the majority of the time, and then I turned down to simmer. And I added salt, pepper, some cayenne pepper, and some turmeric. And then I felt it still needed a little something, so I added a little bit of oregano. Anyways, it turned out really good, and this is something you can season as you like.